The 1 here. What did y'all get for the 2 side lengths?
Negative, or square root of 2 over 2.
Square root of 2 over 2. And that would be our answer in simplest radical form. So it'd start out as 1 divided by the square root of 2, and we'd simplify it to the square root of 2 over the square root of 2. So that means this ordered pair, square root of 2 over 2, and another one. Okay, and what are the signs on this one? Okay, so we have negative square root of 2 over 2, positive square root of 2 over 2. Signs here? Negative, negative. And signs here?
Positive, negative.
Positive, negative. So the square root of 2 over 2, and then a negative square root of 2 over 2. Okay, so we need to bring those to the front. What degree measure does the first one go on? 45. Okay, what's the next radian measure that we put that on with the sign change? 3 pi fourths. So we have a negative square root of 2 over 2 and a positive square root of 2 over 2. All right, we reflect that to what radian measure? 5 pi fourths with 2 negative signs. Negative square root of 2 over 2, negative square root of 2 over 2. And the last one that we're filling in is what? 7 pi fourths. Positive on the x, negative on the y. All right, so back to this side, the 60-degree angle, we're using the same two numbers as what? As the 30-degree angle, because it's a 30, 60, 90. But they're just in the opposite order. So if we have our radius of 1 unit, then the short leg is how much? 1/2. And the long leg is square root of 3 over 2. Okay, so that means this ordered pair is 1/2 for x, square root of 3 over 2 for y. And then we have here a negative 1/2 and a positive square root of 3 over 2. Both negatives in the third quadrant. And finally, the fourth quadrant, positive, negative. So we're going to put those, fill in the last part. So where does the first one, the 1/2 square root of 3 over 2 go? 60 degrees, pi thirds. Okay, where does positive 1/2 negative square root of 3 over 2 go? 300 degrees, okay? So I said, where's the positive one? And then we have the negative one. So that one goes right here. Okay, where do we put the one with both negatives? In the third quadrant, 240 degrees or 4 pi thirds. So that's going to be negative 1/2 negative square root of 3 over 2. And so the last one that we have is also a negative 1/2, but a positive square root of 3 over 2. Okay, so for your test, you're going to have to know the unit circle. There's going to be 10 blanks that you're going to have to fill in. So what you want to do is make sure you know this, first quadrant really well. Okay, you're not really trying to memorize the whole thing at this point because you can wait for pre-cal for that. But you should have this memorized and then be able to reflect it. And if I were doing this as part of the quiz, I would write down this quadrant. And then if I needed to know this one over here, I would just reflect it across. Okay, if I need to know this one right here at 4 pi thirds, maybe I put a blank there. Well, I can go over here and then go up from there, and I have my answer. I just have to get the signs right. Okay, so there they are right across from each other, right? And so just be, mindful of that. Another little pattern that you can use to help you is if you put the 0, 1 and the 1, 0 in, and you start counting at 0, you have 0, 1, square root of 2, square root of 3 in the numerators. Everything on the bottom is going to be just a regular 2, not a square root. Starting here, 0, 1, square root of 2, square root of 3. So that helps you a little bit of kind of getting things through and be able to write things down fairly quickly. Okay? All right. I think that's all I have. We've got more time than we need because y'all went through this pretty quickly. We got still like 12 minutes, right? Mm-hmm. Do you have questions on your homework you want to ask since we have a little bit of time?
Number 16.
Number 16.